This girl, we've talked about her before, but she's this plus size travel influencer.
Couldn't fucking believe this. This is next. This one was, she's a troll. Do we even have a confirmation?
No, she's dead serious,
that
dude.
She's real?
Yeah, she's a TikToker. All this stuff is like videos she made.
Sure, this isn't Chinese AI.
What do you mean troll? What is she trolling? She put on 800
she wants
pounds as a
to widen the hallways of hotels?
She can't walk through the hallway.
What the fuck? Does she have any understanding of how much that would cost to widen the hallways of every hotel?
How would you even do it?
Like what are you talking? Like, I guess you're making the room smaller.
I mean, she basically said, she goes, listen, you widen them or I'm widening. Put the elbows.
Or we're going fucking Kool-Aid Man style.
Just puts the elbows out. Just
dude, I've never even.
She says that, yeah. So she was the girl who got mad that she didn't get 2 seats and stuff like that.
She believes that basically she should, like, the fatter you are, the more seats you should get for free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They should just start doing it by the pound.
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And just be like, hey, we're charging by the pound. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, for kids, that would be a good deal because I always
Kids
think.
should be less.
Well, that's the thing.
I guess if it's a seat, it's a seat, though.
Yeah, a seat is a seat, I
But
guess.
sometimes they don't actually put the babies in a seat. But then what? You're beside someone and
I think the rule is, I think you can have like a 1-year-old or something for free, or like 2-year-old tops. But after that, then you have to buy them a seat.
I don't know. Maybe it's just 1 seat per person, and if you're like, if you can't,
no, it's like obviously if you can't fit a seat, yeah, like that obviously, and like no hotels in all over the world are not going to be widening their hallways.
Also, by the way, if you're so big that you can't fit in a seat, you probably don't want to be like jet setting all over the world.
You'd think so. Well, I think they want to, and the problem is
I don't know. It
just can't fit through the hallways. Like, what are they getting? Like, what are they walking around with grease just to like make hallway travel easier? Just grease up their arms just so they can kind of slide through the hallways.
Well, she's a travel influencer, and all she kind of does is go place to place and say that
complains.
Well, she goes to these. Don't forget, she's traveling around the world to place. Like, she's not saying that hey, I was in New York City and the hallways are too small. She was like, I went to Paris,
yeah,
and I can't fit through the hallway at the crepe shop, and they're just like, lady, like. You're the biggest person. People are turning their. She's like, Japan's a big problematic for people of my type. But you're like, they're thinking they saw Godzilla in here.
Yeah, they're like, I don't think they want you there, to be honest.
Well, they've just never seen anyone that big. They'd be widening the hallways, doing this huge infrastructure project, just on the off chance like this morbidly obese American comes through once again.
I would love just to hear what her proposals are fucking insane. She wanted them to have 6XL robes in all hotels. Do you know how big fucking, like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for like slightly larger towels. But like a 6XL
well, she's the towel's a washcloth on this girl.
6XL robe. You know how fucking big 6XL is?
I do.
It's insane.
We accidentally bought a couple of fucking 6XL merch shirts, and they're sitting in the fucking back room right now, never to be sold. Fucking the only time if I ever
get her address, send her one.
If I ever substitute teach a kid's gym class, we can do a parachute activity with her.
Dude, you should get her address. She probably has like a fucking merch like for simps to send her stuff, and be like, here's just a little something to make your life
easier. Send her a 6XL fellas sweatshirt.
Free shirt.
I'm sitting on a fucking thing that needs its own box for the one shirt.
Is it actually 6XL?
I have like 3 of them. I wasn't in charge of the ordering. These fucking morons. I don't know what they were thinking.
That's funny. Send it to her.
I might.
I'd have to. All right.
Okay. She says that. There's a couple other things that were just as funny though. She goes, she blah 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 extra seats, and that's the one we talked about before. Now she wants the hallways to be widened. She goes, she wants hotels to raise their toilet seats and fit each room with handheld shower heads so that bigger body people can use facilities. She's essentially saying you need like a animal shower.
Yeah, like she wants the entire world to like essentially be remodeled.
The only argument that's even rational is that make things a little taller because people actually can't help that and it gives them back problems.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about that.
Well, in her mind, she's like, she can't help this either.
Yeah?
Yeah. But obviously, because a lot of the comments are
Let's see her when she's doing one of her hallway widening sessions. If she gets stuck there, let's see see what happens after,
Yeah. That's true.
Put a padlock on one of those cupboards and see if fucking this thing that couldn't be helped. randomly got
somehow,
sorted
yeah.
out. Said she wants the hotel to raise the seats. The influencer also asked for handrails on pools. Oh, I guess that's fine. Sturdier chairs. I guess you could have sturdy chairs, but
Sturdier chairs where?
I mean, it's just such like ambiguous request. There is no like governing chair body. I guess she wants like a centralized chair body where they go into your place.
Yeah.
You know, you have like a guy with a police officer outfit. And he's got a hat and his like chair badge, and he comes in. He's like checking the chairs. Yeah, and he's giving the cafe a ticket because their chairs are too sturdy.
I guarantee you though, if you go to like IKEA, like it'll say when you go buy a chair there, like it's the specs on it is it's rated for this.
How many
weight.
metric tons of pressure it can take?
It probably is, but I think the thing is they're probably like, yeah, we make this chair accessible for like 99% of all body weights, and she's probably in the 1% where they go like, yeah, we're not designing, like we're not making fucking like steel reinforced chairs.
Have you ever seen in most action movies where they have a montage where they're getting the gang back together, and one guy's always has a blowtorch in a metalworking shop, and then he pulls the helmet up?
Right.
That's the guy who's strengthening her chair. That guy, he pulls his thing up, and that guy's adding the reinforcements. He's adding like platinum reinforcements on the chair.
Yeah.
Do it, and they're doing stress test on the chair. They basically put the chair, and they have a car with a crash test dummy that drives full speed into it to see if it would be able to handle that kind of pressure, that many kelvins of pressure. The influencer wants handrails. I guess you can have handrails, but it's just what are you gonna do?
Handrails, like if there's like a disabled thing, I guess that's not. And again, you can add handrails. There's like you can add a handrail.
You can't widen out.
You can't widen a hallway.
I'll tell you where I'll meet her halfway though. I'll say I'll have the guy that goes around, the minister of chairs, the chair minister.
Yeah.
Are you the chairman or I'm the chair minister. The chairman or the prime minister? Sorry, the minister of chairs.
Just make sure they're big enough for fat people.
Oh, I think it would just be the chairman of chairs.
Chairman of chairs. The chairman. I think it would just be the chairman.
I think you might just be the chairman.
Not the
chairman of what?
No, not chairman. The chairman. Slightly different, but it's a pretty big distinction. So I know it only sounds a little.
I'm the chairman of what? And you go, I'm just actually the chairman.
An official title.
And you go, what's that? You go, keep it up. You want one? What are you sitting on right there, pal? You fucking want to fuck around and find out what the chairman's capable of?
I'll fucking boot your chair. Put a boot on that chair. It's not going anywhere.
But he puts a boot on your fucking wheelie chair.
I keep talking shit. See where that goes.
You fucking want to keep talking shit off? You stand until your feet are blue. I can put you on a fucking 10-hour timeout for chairs, dude. You're on probation. If I see you anywhere near a chair. So the chairman comes around and gives that. And I'm saying that I would give her a meet in the middle where I'll say, I'm down with the chairman doing his thing as long as they said 50% of the chairman's making sure that fat people can sit on them. And the other 50% of the chairman is making sure they're not wobbly.
Oh, as long as you get something.
Yes, because there is a wobbly table and chair epidemic. And I find it problematic when you go to a restaurant and they have wobbly tables and chairs.
Yeah.
So if the chairman says, listen, we're going to make sure that these things can handle enough metric tons of pressure, but at the same time, we don't want to see a matchbook under the thing. We want to see every restaurant has chairs that aren't wobbly.
I could be okay with that.
That's me meeting in the middle.
Yeah, we can meet in the middle. Oh, that's fine. And then after that, we'll widen the hallways for her.
And I'll give her a widening hallway thing. I'll say, listen, I'm down with the widening of hallways as long as they put more signs up with arrows pointing which hotel rooms which way. Because sometimes you have to walk like 100 yards to see a sign that tells you. I think they should be like every 3 doors should be a sign that says which hotel rooms which way.
How does she even think this would be in practice if she got her way? If someone does the president
I think a bulldozer just goes through.
No, but does the president have to run on this platform of widening all hallways? Like, can we call her and it's like, hey there, I'm from the Department of Hall Structures. Like, we saw your request and we'll be slowly widening every hallway in America. We thank you for your service. And how does that even work? Who gives the directive to widen every hallway? I guess OSHA or something. You need the building codes to be like, hey,
I guess it's the building
codes are all fucked up, so we got to widen all the hallways.
Definitely. So every room is way smaller, but the minute they do this, she's going to be complaining that the room's too small for her.
Well, no, but it's like
You go, yeah, they had to widen the hallway.
What is
The
it
room's
like?
going to be smaller.
Yeah, but also certain. I don't know if it's fish or like, but like certain animals like they get as big as their tank allows them.
What?
Yeah, like goldfish or whatever. So they just like if you give them a bigger tank, they get bigger. So since she's just gonna get bigger, we'll be back to fucking square one until she dies. Like literally, we'll be like, all right, here's your wider hallways at every hotel in America. And then she just goes and fucking celebrates by packing on some pounds, and then we're just back in the same.
That's such a good point. It is a never-ending problem.
Yeah. Unless they go just like larger than a human could be.
She probably gets a bigger mobility scooter that fucking takes up more space. She also believes she wants stronger beds, 6XL bathrobes, and she believes crew members should undergo training on how to accommodate plus-size travelers, including handling sensitive situations and providing appropriate customer service. So I don't know what that would exactly mean. I guess like
maybe just not being
breaking up fights.
I guess, yeah.
Well, what would I guess the thing would be like how to work a like a wedge if she sits on someone.
Just like a steel crowbar just to help her
Crowbar training.
I
guess they could deal with that where you go, what to do if someone like really big shows up and then there's someone kind of big beside them and you go, they're not going to fit. I guess the training would just be how to, like in a calm way, be like, hey, we're going to have you switch over to here.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We got a bit of a weight problem. I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are.
Yes. If everybody on the left side of the plane could just go over to the right side of the plane and just stand there uncomfortably the entire flight.
No, not you. No, not you.
Nope.
Not you. Stay seated.
Nope.
Everyone but you. Literally everyone on the plane on the left side except for you.
It's a tough ask, but can everybody who has difficulty standing please stand up?